too long, folks. We have become a nation of cowardly, quiet people. And I'm going to tell you what, if somebody insulted you in another way, you'd have come unglued on them. Folks, let's start coming unglued for God. I'm not saying go out there and cause a bunch of ruckus, but I'm going to tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying stand up for God, and when it's time to pray, pray. When it's time to speak the name of the Lord, speak it. I'm going to tell you what, when it's time to rebuke, rebuke. He's giving you the power and the knowledge in His Word, but we refuse to use it. It's time to open it and use it. I'm going to tell you what, we got to go forward because our country is sliding backwards. We'll sit around with our friends. Our family will talk about how bad it's getting, but we won't go forward to help it. You say, I can't do nothing on my own. Somebody's got to start. Somebody's got to go forward. You may be the one that sparks it in your family, and then somebody else sparks it in their family, and goes on until the families are uniting again. Amen, yeah. And going forward for Christ. You know, I say this with conviction because I've seen God's people over the years getting quieter and quieter and more tolerant and more tolerant. You know what that translates into? Your chains are getting heavier. Your bondage is getting thicker. Your rights, your freedom are slipping from you. That's what it amounts to, folks. When you're willing to sit back and just go, you know, I don't want to cause no waves in the water. I'm just going to go with whatever comes. Do you honestly think that's what the Lord wants us to do? He tells us to speak His word, don't He? We're supposed to praise Him daily. We're not supposed to take a time out from God just because somebody's around that don't believe in Him. Yeah. Folks, that's what's happening to our churches, to our members, to God's people. We're taking too many time outs. You know, you look at your life and how many times you called upon God. How many times did He give you a time out? Say, hold on a minute, time out. I'm going to go hang out with the boys. We're going to go bowling for a minute. I'm going to get back with you. Now, you call upon our Lord, He answers. Amen. But we fall so short because we're bound spiritually. Folks, free yourself spiritually. Call upon the Lord. Tell Him where you want to be and where you want to go. We cannot go forward for the Lord if we allow ourselves to be in bondage. The children of the Israelites spent 200 years in the same place doing the same thing because they were in bondage. How many years are we going to be in the same place doing the same thing, griping about the same things because we never chose to move forward? Because we never chose to take the direction that God gave us. You know, it's to the point now where sometimes I feel like we are hiding when we come to have church. We're getting back to where it used to be in the biblical times when they would go off somewhere and hide. Oh yeah, we still got a sign. I understand that. But I feel like we're hiding when we come to church. How many times do you come out of church and you're so filled and rejoiced that you went to church, that you're telling somebody about the church service, that you're telling them about God, that you're telling them about the songs that you sang to praise His name? How many times are we doing that anymore? I'm telling you, folks, it's all part of bondage. It's all part of freedom. We take this word freedom and we stick it way up and we put up these signs that says, don't tread on me. Although when they started talking about taking our guns away, the entire world got into it, didn't they? The entire world stood up and they said, no, you will not take my guns. This is my American right. This is my right to bear arms. This is my right to protect my family. This is my. I'm going to tell you what, they're taking all our rights from God. They're taking our rights to speak out in public. They're taking our right to be able to go and pray with others. They took it out of the schools. They've taken it out of some of the churches now. I'm going to tell you what, and we just stand back and say, well, let's just see where this goes. Why is it we can get so wound up and so fired up over other things, but we can't do it about God? You know, we go to a football game, and I'm going to tell you what, you get down to the fourth quarter, which is where we're at, in God's world, we're getting into the fourth quarter, and your team gets an interception and they were down by 1 touchdown, you'll come out of the stands, won't you? But when somebody comes up to receive the Lord, which is the same thing as an interception, because they were bound for a place called hell, and God came in and intercepted them. And I will tell you what, we sit there in our pews and never say a word when we should be shouting praises unto the Lord. That's because you've been shackled and bondage. When you come in and you sit down in the church anymore, I believe that as soon as you sit down, instead of hearing the jail door slam, it's clink, clink, and your ankles are fastened to the floor because we can't stand up and praise the Lord anymore. We've got to get back to God. We've got to loosen up. We've got to let these things go. We can't get where God's putting us at. We can't get where He's wanting us to go if we won't let go.
Amen.
We're dragging everything with us. We're saying, Lord, I'm trying to get there, but I don't want to take all this baggage with me. Oh, we've got it. We're just toting it along. We can't get there. We've got to let go. We've got to start worshiping again. We've got to start praising again. And you've got to allow yourself to be spiritually free. Who here this morning knows that they've had spiritual bondage? I pray that you will come and receive a blessing, which is the key to unlock you from that spiritual bondage. That you might be freed. I've heard many of us right here in this church say, I wish I'd get back to where I used to be spiritually. You're never going to get there if you ain't asking. You ain't never going to get there if you ain't trying. And I'm going to tell you what, it can't nobody else help you but the Lord.
That's right.
If we want to be free, we got to come and get it. I'm going to tell you today, there's keys that's laid across this altar. And one of them's for you. Will you come and get it? Let's have one.